Hello and welcome back, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 50. I had a lot of fun making that one, actually. For whatever reason. I just had fun. It really was a blast. It was just one of those episodes where I was doing my thing, we had a few setbacks, all this kind of stuff, but I felt that it was really good overall. Thank you guys so much for the likes, the comments, the subscriptions, all that kind of stuff. Over 9,000 subscribers. It means so much to me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, before we jump into the blood magic stuff that I have planned for this episode, we are going to review a little thing. As you can see, my walls are getting more and more bare across the table. I'm slowly but surely whittling away at this stuff. All of those deep storage units that we had up here, I've started to do what's called, or what's known to be called, an SSD. Solid state drive? Yeah, similar. But it's in AE2. So you can do this with the EU acceptor or the ME controller. But you might as well, in this pack, you might as well get the ME controller so you can do the auto crafting anyways. So basically what this means is you can run a dense cable, just like this one right here. And you see that it has 6 of 32 channels at the top, right? And you can just run that over, just like so, and connect it down to these little sub-networks right here. These sub-networks are very unique in the fact that they only take up one channel each. So you see here 6, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. See that one there? Only taking up 1. But if you look at how many deep storage units we have on these, as well as all the storage buses. This is basically all of our storage right here. So, I've moved everything down. So, how is it only taking up 1? Well, that is a great question. And the answer to that question is this right here. The storage bus on an ME interface. You just connect them like so. And then it doesn't pass power through these buses, okay? So you will need to run just a quartz fiber, which passes AE power, with some glass fiber cables to another quartz fiber on the other side. Now this BIP doesn't include data, so it doesn't count as a channel, or it doesn't include these as channels. It just keeps the power going. So then these are now online, but we only have the one channel, and we have access to all of this stuff. Now, the trick with this is you can only have 6 storages or storage devices, or like machines, whatever you put into this type of setup. You can only have 6 total. Now the reason being, well, 6, 7, 8. It's going to add up to 8. All right. So that's why. So you can only have the 6 storages. So all that I did, and you'll see here, I just stacked them beside each other with the cable anchors. And we have the small little setup of just the 6 cables. We have the cable anchors. And this is completely repeatable for as long as you need to go, up until you fill up this with the 32 channels. So you basically have pretty much unlimited storage once you get this guy going. I do want to set up some inscribers and stuff with auto crafting, but we'll do that in a little bit. That'll be another episode. Oh boy, that was a yawn. I apologize. Don't do it. Do not yawn. Okay. So that is one of the main things that I did. I did a couple other things as well after the last episode. I guess I was feeling a little inspired. Why is that showing? Get down there, Enderman. So up in the tower, we've made a few improvements. I've done a little bit of design work on the altar itself. And I started using the smoky quartz from Atomic Tinkerer. Pretty nice block. I've always been a big fan of like the black, the bluish black, and with the red. I'm not sold on the glass. We might have to switch that out for something else, or we might change that up a little bit, but pretty good stuff. The other thing that you guys will probably notice is I've added more specialty runes, specialty blood runes to the altar. We've got more speeds in each corner, just making it faster. And then I also have these runes of sacrifice. Those guys are made basically by having some daggers of sacrifice. I can show you the recipe right here. With an imbued slate, you do need to have the tier 3 orb minimum. Thaumium and blood runes. Pretty straightforward. But what those guys do is every time you kill a mob or injure a mob or all that kind of stuff, it gives you 10% more blood. So very useful in what we're doing with the dagger of sacrifice and all that kind of stuff. And then basically capacities are very helpful. Speed's helpful. As you can see, we still have a long ways to go, but I did complete the top 2. Now, I can't remember. Can you adjust these? Can you change these to something else? I cannot recall off the top of my head. But, as you can see, we are pretty much good to go. Tier 4, etc., etc. Alright, so let's get out our Ritual Diviner, which is set to the Well of Suffering. Good. And we need our Ritual Stones. And what else do we need? We need our weak activation crystal, but not quite yet. So, to get in this thing, you do have to go down to the next level below. And shazam, we do have some holes up in here. So, right here is where I want to put the Well of Suffering. I think it'll work here. I do think it'll work. Hold on, let me double check. We are 3 high. And how many blocks out is that? 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 high. Ooh. Ooh, I'm not a big fan of that. Sticking out? Yeah, that's not good. Let's change that up a little bit. It's fine. It's fine. There we go. Quick way out. Let's grab a little bit of this stuff here and just adjust it ever so slightly. Careful of the lava. Okay, let's see. So if we bring this down, do we only need to bring it down by 1? Is that going to be a thing? We might only need to bring it down by 1. So that means that, I think we're good. Let's give it a try. Bam. Okay, it filled in those. It's filling in. It's filling in. Okay, and it's looking like it's running into a snag somewhere here. I'm guessing right there. Is this it? We didn't place 4. Okay. So where are we at here? Let's take a look. Let's bust open the floor and see exactly where we are at. I bet you it didn't place the 4 in the corners right there. Right there. Right there, and right there. Okay. So, that should be our Well of Suffering complete. Yep, we are all done. Awesome. So now, all I have to do is activate it. Now, I don't want to activate it just quite yet. We're not quite at that point, but we now at least have the item, which is good. It's very, very good. Now, this guy, what the Well of Suffering does is it will continually injure mobs and drain life from them and give it to the blood altar as long as it's within range. Okay? Pretty sweet, right? So instead of me having to do all the stuff to get it done, it should automatically start to do it. Now, it does take some LP to run. If I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to remember the exact number here. It costs 2 LP, but it's usually always going to be a net gain. Now, like I said, I can activate this right now, but I'm not going to just yet. I think what we need to do first is we need to get our witches in place. Yes, I think it's that time. Okay, so I've built a little platform here for the witches, this is where I'm going to put them, right underneath the Well of Sacrifice. Now, this guy has an 11 high range, centered on the ritual stone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we are in that range, and we're good to go. I'm using Mana Glass because I like the stuff. I think it looks very nice with this build. And just an ethereal glass so that I can pass through there, but they cannot. Alright, so we're just going to encapsulate them in just like so, and make it all, somewhat beautiful, you know. It's kind of hidden in everything, but I didn't want it to be super clunky or you name it, so that's why I decided to go with the glass overall. I guess we have a builder's wand for this. And we need more mana glass. That's fine. I'm going to finish building this thing, and then we can start putting in are beautiful witches. Well, maybe not that beautiful. They do have warts after all. Okay, so I have the cage completely built up for our witches here. I'm not sure what happened to my sound on the jetpack, but that's fine. There we go. It's fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've closed in most of the top, but I left a couple holes here just so that we can put them in accordingly. And I'm hoping that this works without us getting too many damages. So what we're going to do is we're just going to... No. Oh, God. That's a bad start. Okay. Alright. That's a terrible start. Oh, boy. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. No big deal. Nothing to see here. We're good. We're good. Okay. Let's do this good and proper this time. Okay, so I'm hoping if I place them there, they fall down. Oh, God, and so did I. It's fine. Okay, good. And we'll just keep dropping them in. I don't care if I get poisoned. I don't really want them to be poisoned, though. Yes, come over here. Come over here, witches. Can I click on that one? Oh, yeah, I can. Nice. Okay. Good and good. Alright, so there's all of our witches in there. They will not be able to despawn, which is beautiful. It's exactly what I want. And we are going to activate this thing, just like though. Boom. And what's happening now is they're getting hit. But what the witches are going to do is they're going to heal themselves. This is why witches are so strong in this setup. The ritual Well of Suffering is working. And it should even be hitting these guys up here, which it is. Beautiful. That is exactly what I wanted to see. Okay. Now, those guys are going to die, obviously, just like that. But talk about a nice mob farm, right? Okay. And then we can go down below, and we can view the witches in all their glory, getting injured. Now, obviously, I need a lot more witches than that. All things... What happened to... What happened to my golem? Did he get poisoned or something? Aww. Really? That's the second one. This is not fair, I tell you. Not fair at all. But we pretty much have a fully automated blood system. Now, if you look here, we can go to our divination sigil. Let's take off our ring of magnetism, because that is going to cause nothing but problems. You can see that this is... And not really filling up at all, is it? No. Oh, that's because we have these, though. Okay, there we go. We should be filling up our altar, which we are. Good. I forgot I had blank slates in there. Okay, that's good. And in our overall system, that used about 50,000 LP. So we can throw this divination sigil on there. It'll continually drain out and fill it up. And once it's full... we're good to go. So, yeah, pretty good. I am very happy with this setup. And all of these guys that are getting damaged up here as well, they're giving us LP. So, we're getting LP from these as well as the witches. The difference is these guys die, the witches do not. So, overall, this system, the Well of Suffering, pretty much required at Tier 4. Highly recommend it. It's pretty much the only way to get very far into blood magic, because some of the costs for LP and all that kind of stuff start getting rather absurd, like millions of life points. Now, the next step for us is to get the next level of blood orb. And we have a bit of a situation with that. So the next level of blood orb is a great level, but it's the master blood orb. And this guy requires an eldritch eye. Yes. Now this is not an easy to get item. I don't even have the research for Thaumcraft yet. We're going to have to figure that guy out for sure. But probably not anytime soon, because for that we need warp. And with warp comes, you know, lots of other things and problems. And I've never really actually gotten that far with the Thaumcraft stuff. So it'll all be new to me. I am unawares of it. So, I also set up this iron tank for our lava. But we just lost our golem. So I'm going to have to... I'm going to have to get another one of them. I think he died to the poison or like a splash potion or something like that. Poor little guy. How we doing on iridium? Not bad. Not bad at all. I think we're up to 290. That's not bad. So one of the main things that we can get pretty darn soon is the angel ring, actually. The angel ring is not overly difficult to get for us at this point in time. We can actually do it. The cracked runic plates. Oh no, we need the orb. We need the tier 4 orb, and then we can do it. Okay. So, we do have a bit of a situation there. We definitely have to work on the orb. That's the only thing we're missing. All of the rest of this I can make, except for these cracked runic plates. I already have one of these. All of this is pretty darn straightforward. So, we could definitely get the angel ring once I get that tier 4 orb. But I'm a little worried on how much work that is actually going to take. So, if you guys have any tips or anything like that, I know all about the eat zombie brains and craft flesh golems and all that kind of stuff. But if there's any other recommendations that you guys can let me know, or easy ways of getting it. I know an Eldritch Guardian is the guy that I have to kill to try to get one. But I don't know where to find them outside of getting high warp. So, one of those things. Please let me know, though. Lots of good stuff there. I'm going to double check the time on this episode. I'm not sure how long this whole little system took us to make. But, yeah, I'm going to double check the time, see where we're at. Alright, so that's exactly what I'm talking about. Look at that. Don't even have to do anything. It's killing mobs, and I got slates in there trying to become reinforced slates. I went and did another witch run, though, as well. I managed to grab another, 15 or so witches, so that's probably helping out a ton. And we're basically staying at maximum LP. Pretty much. We're dipping just a hair while crafting, I guess. So we could always use more, but, you know... Overall, not too bad. I'm going to craft up about 26 or so reinforced slates. And the reason I'm doing that is we're actually going to make another ritual. And you guys are probably like, really? Another ritual? Aren't you sick of rituals by now? No, I'm not, because rituals are awesome. And this one especially is a very good ritual. Where is my ritual diviner? There it is. So the ritual that we are going to be looking for is the Ritual of Crushing. Call the Zephyr, Eternal Soul. There's a lot of rituals here, guys. And a lot of them do some pretty cool stuff. Okay. New Moon, Full Spring, Nether, Green Grove, Containment, Binding, Unbinding, High Jump, Crusher. That's the one we need. And for that, how many do we need? We need 16 total stones and a master stone. So that should do the job with what we have here. I wish this would go a little bit faster with the tier 1 stuff, but it's still quite slow. And like, I'll wait for your guys' answer on the blood runes up here. Maybe I can add just more speed or something. That might be nice. Okay, now we need obsidian. Obsidian. Like so. Beautiful. Okay. Now, this guy, this, you know, crafting recipe is... The crusher is pretty cool. So you can do like a type of quarry with blood magic. Okay? There is a form of a quarry with blood magic. But we're not going to be doing that. But the crusher actually crushes up ores if you want to go that route. The one that we're looking to do, though, is one that kind of is going to make our obsidian problems disappear forever. Okay, so this guy here, a ritual of crusher can mine obsidian. Okay, so we need to just make an obsidian generator with a ritual serenade of the nether. Notice, oh, I'm too short, aren't I? Yeah, I am. Okay, I gotta make 2 more reinforced plates. That's fine. 1, 2. We'll take those out. This one should be pretty darn quick. There we go. Nice and full. And obviously, we need to get... Tier 4 Blood Altar also has more capacity as well. That's another reason why I really... Like, I want the next level of everything. It's fine, though. We'll get there. Okay, so this guy, one more time. Like so. Good. And then we need another master. Excellent. Okay, so 2 masters, 20 ritual stones should do the job. So we need to make another serenade of the nether, and we need to make the ritual of the crusher. So let me do a little bit of work here, and we'll get that done. Hello, ladies. How are you doing? You doing good? Looks like you're doing pretty good. Alright, so we have the Serenade of the Nether already good to go down there. And now I have the Ritual of the Crusher. And we're just going to slap that guy right there. I think we have everything that we need. Yes. No? Maybe not? What's missing? Is that not right? What are we missing? I think that's right. Is that not right? I'm pretty sure that's right. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that was glitched out. That's fine. So there is a Ritual of the Crusher. Now, the thing with the Ritual of the Crusher is it's going to crush anything that is below it in a 3x3x3 section. Okay? So it is going to crush all 3 of these. Boom, like that. And then 3 wide like that. Alright? And, of course, it goes 3 wide like so. And, of course, it'll do the corners and all that kind of stuff. You guys get that drift. So, it's not going to crush any of our current existing blocks, which is very good. But, one of the things that it will crush is when we generate obsidian. So, what I want to do, just for testing purposes for now, and because we don't have a ton of life points yet, I want to be a little bit more careful with this guy. And we're just going to get a chest. Actually, you know what? We're going to go even more conservative. And we're just going to do a mini chest. So basically what this is going to do is the crusher will crush anything in that area. And then it'll output it to an inventory. It'll output it to an inventory above it. Make sense? I hope so. I hope you guys like all this kind of build and stuff that we're doing. I think it's pretty darn cool. Okay, good. So that is then going to output to an inventory. So let's not activate the crusher just yet. Let's set up a bucket of water. Thank you. Bucket of water. Right back up again. Now, if you place down a water source in that 3x3 section, the same problem is going to happen. It will mine it, okay? So keep that in mind as well, that you want to be very cautious with where you place down everything. So if we do this, for example, let me just do that and that. Good. These will not get crushed, but if I were to place one in one, it would get crushed. Now, we need the water to hit the lava, right? So, how do we want to do this? I bet you, I wonder if we can just do this. Pop those out. And maybe go like this. And like this. Kind of giving that water a path to travel to. Let's see what happens when I do that. So the water bucket's right here. I wonder if that's going to work. Or is that going to be a cobble gen? Well, you know what? Only one way to find out. Boom. Ritual of the Nether. Serenade of the Nether, sorry. Okay, good. So now, when this gets mined... Yep, that's another piece of obsidian. Okay, good. So that works perfectly. Now, all that we need to do is we need to activate the crusher. Okay, so let's hop on up here. Actually, what is our LP at? That used a little bit. I wonder how much this requires. 25,000, I think. Okay, that's fine. So we'll activate this guy. Boom. And let's put the mini chest on top. And you'll see here that this guy should be mining the obsidian. Why is it... Okay, let's try a chest. Maybe it doesn't interact with the mini chest appropriately. Okay, we'll do that. That's fine. I really need to get a way to get over there better, I think. Let's disable all of that and head on back up here. I know it works with most inventories, but maybe the mini chest, it's not detecting that there's room, so it might kind of default out. Yeah, there we go. Now, my essence is dropping quite rapidly, okay? So let's get our master orb back on there before we get into too much trouble with all this stuff. So let's take a look. We are draining... we're about even. We're losing very, very slightly. Very slightly losing on our LP. And that's not a good thing. Because, of course, when it gets down to nothing, it could kill you. Definitely not a good thing. So, one of the things that we can do is we can kind of just deactivate it. But, as you can see, that is how fast it is mining that obsidian. We're already at over a stack. And, yeah, we're pretty darn good. We are pretty darn good. Obviously, I need a few more witches and runes of sacrifice to keep up with this full time. But we're kind of stable, aren't we? 26. Oh, no, that went down to 25. I guess it's kind of varying on the mobs upstairs as well, because we're harvesting them. I know we're not making enough off the witches alone. Oh, God, that's so loud. Okay. Okay. So, by theory... Boom. I'm just going to break it because that's a thing. Now, we shouldn't be draining anymore. We should just be gaining, which we are. Good. But we did farm about 3.5 stacks in pretty much no time flat. So, I think this is pretty much one of the best ways to get obsidian, hands down, in the game. No need for really lava. You know, you got the Serenade of the Nether doing all of that. And you're pretty much good to go. So I highly recommend this ritual setup and combination for you guys once you get further along in your setups of... Once you get the Well of Suffering up, you're usually pretty good across the board. Of course, we're draining out all of our LP. We have a lot more to load up in our system. Now, there's one more thing that I would really like to craft. And this one's a little bit more fun. And it'll pretty much end up our video. But the portal gun. This guy here. You can find these in dungeons. I have not. I have not yet found a portal gun. And they are awesome. They are great. And I want one. I finally want one. So, let's make one. Alright? We have the technology to do so. we might as well do it. I should have done it a while ago. So this guy's going to require a miniature black hole, which requires a pellet of RTG fuel, which we all know that recipe, don't we? Boom. Just like that. Done. Boom. Ender pearl dust is basically just pulverized ender pearls. Not very complicated at all. And shabam, portal gun. Okay. Awesome. So now, this guy here, for example, I can put, okay, that one's the orange one. Perfect. Now, we could go over to our blood magic section, for example. And say we put the blue portal right there. Now we can basically go through and end up in our storage. Boom, end up back in our blood magic. Pretty sweet, right? Whatever you do, do not point this at the moon. That is your only warning. If you do, do it very, very far away from your base. But yeah, so we now have a potential for quick access anywhere, any place, as long as it's chunk loaded. I still haven't fixed my golem situation. The guy who died and all that kind of stuff, but, you know, we'll get there. Big reactor is working great. No complaints there. We're still generating a decent, above decent amount of iridium, I think. Mainly because we're on a server. If you're not on a server, you might have to up that a little bit more as well. But I think that's going to be it for this episode. We've got a little bit more planned coming up soon. But, yeah. One of those things. You can also do this to teleport mobs around, by the way. Just saying. And it kind of gives you a little highlight if you're in range of your items. I think it's pretty awesome. I think it's pretty freaking cool. We've already filled up our blood orb. Wow, that is ridiculous. Alright, guys. We got the portal gun. We're happy. We got all these cool new fun toys, including an automatic obsidian generator. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe. I know we've been pretty magical lately. We might do a little bit more, but I do need to do a couple tech things. So, see you next episode. Bye-bye for now.